Section 1, master shot.
Action. And I think we all felt a buzz about the film while we were shooting it, because we felt like we were doing something special. I felt very inspired by that script. It was so well written, so interesting. There's a real progression of emotion throughout it. Felt important to me to get that across, to get that emotion across. Working with a writer, it's not just about your relationship, you know, as a scriptwriter, director. It's got to be, that relationship has to click. We saw eye to eye, our ideas were similar, but it had a different element to it than what I would generally bring to something, and I think that's very important as well. At the end, we're going to do some wider shots of the whole
situation,
the whole room, and then we're also going to have a shot, a low angle shot with the shadow of the chair. I like the idea of it being quite dark, you know, not only in context but in the image itself. I wanted the image to reflect what was happening in the script on every level. And it was very important that the acting was very powerful, and we were very lucky with Mark and Paul that they were very talented actors and they could portray that kind of emotion, and not only that, they could work well together and bounce off each other. Action! Paul was really keen on it, he really liked the idea. He could immediately see himself as the skinhead. I initially put an advertisement out online looking for another cast member. From there I had to narrow it down into who I thought would be worth seeing in an audition. I actually saw Mark's picture online and thought, God, he's got a really interesting look. I could really see him in this kind of part, and he was the first guy in, absolutely blew us away, and we had some absolutely fantastic actors come in for the audition, and it was very tough to narrow it down, but ultimately Mark just blew us away so much. He was the guy for us.
It's going, Dave.
What's that?
It's going.
Yeah, that's fine.
All the crew, bar a couple of people, were people that I'd already known and worked with, and they were just so professional. I couldn't thank them enough for what they contributed to this film, because they worked so hard, and they were all very talented people. I couldn't have asked for any better. I really couldn't, and I wouldn't change it at all. Just fantastic. You come round, remember, it's your hands down. And I like to think I brought a certain edge to it and a certain depth to the film. I think a director generally comes in and has to see how that's going to come to life as a whole, you know, with their own interpretation, along with also taking a piece of the writer along with them. Yeah, lean over a bit more and then keep the tooth close to you, Paul. I really have high hopes for this film. It's got so much to offer, and I hope that when people see it, they'll realise what we can actually do with a little bit of money behind us. Okay, how we've set up and everything?
Looking good, people.
Okay. So I've got high hopes for the future.